tryna be like nobody else. No, I ain't tryna be like nobody else. No, I ain't tryna be like nobody else. Cause I'm having too much fun tryna be myself. No, I'm not the type of chick that like to follow trends. I got a small circle, no, don't need a lot of friends. You know I gotta get this money cause I like to spend. I see you haters watching, so I just give you a grin.
How you guys doing? It's your girl Lounge Dime, and I'm back like I said I would be, fresh off of work, smelling like Waffle House biscuits and gravy, sir, sausages, hash browns. As y'all can tell, I'm real silly in the morning time, or usually throughout my entire day. But moving on from that, I'm coming to review this episode of Raising Kanan, Season 2, Episode 6. And let me just say, it did not disappoint. It was so good that I'm pressed. I'm so pressed, I'm fucking steamed. Waiting for the episode to come out the next week. You hear me? I'm out here scratching like a fiend, waiting on that next episode to drop. You hear me? First of all, how many times do I have to tell you people? When you quiet, those are the ones you got to watch out for. You know why? Because they holding on to a lot of things. They're holding on to a lot of anger. When you see somebody taking a lot of deep breaths, or you see somebody constantly, being quiet when somebody else is loud and rah-rah, trust me, they getting ready to fucking snap. Lou proved that this episode. And I'm going to be honest, I ain't going to miss Crown Camacho. You know why? Because he was a snake. He kept testing Lou. He thought Lou was pussy, and he found out soon enough that Lou is definitely dick. Lou is not pussy. Shout out to Ziza out here, helping them talk and acting like she about to start getting rid of bodies. What the hell is going on around here? Shit is getting wild now. They didn't show them do anything, so I'm sure he probably dropped some dick off to Ziza because she basically had a body with this nigga. But what's crazy about that is she got a reason to be mad at Crown because he done gave up her address to Juke, and he didn't know what Juke was going to come do. Juke could strung her ass up, beat her down, did whatever. Crown basically put her out there in the open, put her place of residence where she lay her fucking head, like basically saying she ain't even safe out here in these streets. She can't play like that. You know what I'm saying? And with somebody as Cartier that's representing her, she know what's going on. She about that street life. She proved that this episode. I'm really proud of her. Now, Kanan is starting to show us the Kanan that we know as an adult from Power. He went out there, Rock let Lou and Marvin know that he about to be back in the game. And, his first day out on the job, some neighborhood niggas tried to rob him. They done took his little bag with his money in it and shit. And, Kanan like, no, I can't have people out here thinking I'm a sucker, I'm pussy. So he ended up going to go to Palomar's house, that's famous neighbor. And he was asking Corinne for a knife. Corinne acting like she don't know nothing about no knives, but Palomar, she already picking up on what they putting down. She calls Kanan to the kitchen. She give him a gun. Was like, it gets hot in that kitchen. Gave him a little kiss in the cheek. Now, you already know that Kanan is going to smash Palomar because clearly she throwing it at him. And, he a young boy about to get some vagina from an older lady. He not going to turn that down. You know what I'm saying? If I was a guy, I wouldn't turn it down either. That's just the way things go. Emphasis on if I was a guy, okay? Because I'm not a guy. But if I was a guy, I wouldn't be turning that shit down either. You feel me? Especially as a young man. You got your loins. They acting all crazy. Hormones all over the place. Man, it's about to get real crazy. You understand what I'm saying? So Palomar gives him the gun, so he goes back to the boy Freddie, and he go get the money. But Kanan feel like he got something to prove, like letting these niggas know I'm not the one to mess with. So he beat Freddie down like almost to within an inch of his goddamn life. And I'm not going to lie, I was scared for Freddie. I was like, damn, Freddie, they doing the countdown on you like you in the boxing ring. 10, 9. Is he alive? Is there any life in there? Like, we're not really sure, but Kanan beat his ass down like bad. Like, Famous couldn't even stop him. Like, so bam, they get the money back. They end up, as soon as they get the money back, they walking to go drop it off to the bodega and whatnot. And the cops pull up on them. Now, I don't know if somebody called the cops or if they just look suspicious. I don't really know how that situation happened, because that was just real weird how that happened. They talking about something with some damn assault. And I'm like, hold on, niggas calling the cops. Like, they out here ratting. They was scared. Kanan had them niggas shook. They was shaking like strippers. That, I ain't gonna lie, that got me hyped, because I was like, Dad, Kanan said he ready to put in that work, and he's showing that he ready to put in that work. Now, in the midst of them getting chased by the cops, Famous ended up getting caught, because, you know, he don't run very fast, and he smoke all the time, so, you know, he out of shape or whatever. So the cops end up catching him, locking him up. You know, he in county. Now, Kanan goes back and he running in the house in an uproar to his mom, like, telling him, like, you know, whatever. Famous locked up. We got to do something about it. Rock looking at him like he crazy. Like, first of all, I'm not his mother. I don't care if that's your friend. He got his own parents that's going to get him out of this situation. And Kanan is just looking at his mom like, is you for real? Like, that's my bro. And Marvin looking at him like, my sentiments exactly. I'm agreeing with Rock. She said what it was, and I'm telling you what it is. Same thing. I'm not saying nothing different. He mentions it again later in the episode while they all at dinner. It's Juke, Rock, Lulu, Marvin, and Kanan. They all at dinner. They eat in their Rock house. And basically, the same situation happened. Like, Kanan ain't nobody helping Famous. He out here. He on his own. That's it, and that's all. Now, Kanan, you know, he got his own connect with Malcolm, his dad. And, you know, he ended up calling Malcolm to help get Famous out of jail. He ended up making sure that he got all his money back. You know what I'm saying? He threw him the little alley-oop. You know what I'm saying? He dunked that joint. He helped him out. He looked out. But Malcolm was, like, making that shit clear to Kanan. Like, yeah, I ain't just here to do favors for you, little nigga. Next time you leave me waiting somewhere, because he was supposed to meet him for lunch, don't have me waiting, basically. Like, you better show your ass up. And Kanan was like, damn, like, my fault, homie. Like, you know. You can tell he ain't really care. He just happy that he got Famous out of jail or whatever. All right, so now we move to Rock and her storyline. You know, she got shit cooking. She over there talking to Cartier. Cartier showed us that he ain't nothing to mess with. He popped the ball just for interrupting his conversation. Boom, pow! Like, popped him right in his mouth like he was his son or something. And I guess he was his son in that moment. He told him, pack them goddamn pants up. Like... God, that part had me screaming because, you know, the bull that got hit was caught off guard, and so was I. Too funny. So he basically put her D to everything, how he clean his money. You know, obviously he probably trying to bring her in. They looking for a way to help each other. You know, they all is networking. Everybody networking. She working Cartier working her. Crown thought he was working somebody, but you know, he about to be working that 6 feet deep. That's what he ready to be working. You know, that shovel. Like, it's over for that nigga. We gonna get to him in a minute. Now, you know, Dirt. What I've learned watching this episode, no matter what you do, dirt is always going to come back up to you. And you can never be stupid enough to think that if you tell somebody something that's about their relative, do you really think that they're not going to tell them that information? I don't give a damn if that's their worst. That could be their least favorite cousin, their least favorite brother, no matter what it is, that's blood. And at the end of the day, Crown found that shit out at the end of the episode the hard way, but we going to get to that. We back at Rock. So she talking to Cartier. He breaking down all of the way that he laundered his money through the paint business, saying he might take a loss here and there, you know, whatever. So he explaining everything to her. So cool. They finished their business. They talking. Now, Warrell bitch ass, he comes. I'm sick of Warrell bitch ass, that nut ass fro he got. But he comes up the Rock talking about something after they had their little meeting, like, oh, you know, hey, you know, I think Neek got a connection to the Italians. Like, no, nigga, you don't think, you fucking know, because you still working with Neek, you shady, you not loyal. And I'm glad that Rock at least said to the point of, you telling me that you loyal lets me know that you not loyal. You know what I'm saying? Those are people you got to question. People that's always saying they something, they usually not that thing that they saying they are. Like, that's just it, and that's all. Like, I promise you that. So I could see that she ain't as stupid as I thought she was, because for a while there, it was touch and go. I was starting to get concerned for Rock, because she was making some stupid decisions. Her biggest mistake still, to my to my point, is killing Scrap. That was her biggest mistake. That was her most loyal soldier. You know, that's somebody that she knew was going to have her back. She should have never pulled that trigger on him, especially not for a real bitch ass. But they ended up saying that he had to connect. Well, real, like, you know, Unique owe you a favor because, you know, you spared his life. But my whole thing is, you making it seem like you still working for Rock. You working with Unique. This whole thing was this is Unique whole game plan because he's trying to get back in the game. Y'all see last episode, you know, he was just trying to sell his linen stuff to, you know, Detective Burt, which I'm going to get to her in a minute because she getting on my goddamn nerves. He was just trying to sell his linen stuff, his clothing store and all of that. You know, he ain't had no weight out in these streets, but now that he got the Italian connect, which is another point that I want to make. Don't ever be afraid to help people. You never know who you might be helping. You know what I'm saying? Because you see, now that helped him out on the back end because now the Italians, they not necessarily in his back pocket, but they definitely willing to look out for him because he looked out for their people. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you scratch my back, I scratch yours type of thing. So, you know, Unique definitely came up. So him getting locked up really was kind of like a blessing in disguise. You know what I'm saying? Some people just, they don't want to do nothing else. They always just going to be street niggas. And clearly Unique, Rock, all of them, that's them. The only person that seemed like they want to get out is Lulu. So they ended up setting up the meeting with the Italians. Unique is there, you know, kind of rubbing it in Rock's face a little bit like, yeah, bitch, you kind of need me. And she looking at him like, bitch, you need me too type shit. You know what I'm saying? So the Italians agreed to do business with her. They lessened the rate of the toll, and they only is going to do business with her if Unique is running everything, like the distribution or whatever. You know, she wasn't happy about that because she already know that Unique probably, you know, made that his business to tell Saul, like, hey, like, you know, I need to be the front runner type situation. And he don't really know Rock like that. And, you know, he don't really know Unique like that either. But Unique is kind of, you know, somebody that did him a favor. So, somebody that did him a favor. So he like, all right, I could fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? For a little bit, whatever. So they had a little meeting. They decided to do business. Rock gets back to Jersey to tell Warrell's cousin, like, basically, hey, Unique gonna be running shit out here. Warrell's cousin, like, man, fuck him. I don't know him. We not doing business with him out here. And he don't even know what's going on. He don't got no. She was like, well, this is what it is. You either gonna be under him as a lieutenant or you out of it. So he basically like, man, fuck y'all. He out of it. So, you know, Rock like, I don't give a fuck. And, you know, she definitely let Unique know, like, don't get too comfortable. Don't put your feet up on the furniture. You know what I'm saying? Because she, you know, she paying for that place that's over there in Jersey. That's like their little trap house over there. So, you know, she just let him know, like, I'm still running shit. Nigga, you working for me. And I feel like that's another one of Rock's problem. And I don't know if she's doing that because she's a female, quote unquote, kingpin or not. Because it's like she just seems like she always has to constantly reiterate, like, she's the boss, she's the boss, she's the boss. And it gets me back to what I was saying earlier. If you are something, you just exude that. You don't have to constantly keep saying, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this. Over time, we will see what you are. You don't got to keep expressing it, Rock. We got you. We know you in charge. We know you running shit. We know you not scared to pull the trigger. We know you got weight out and clout out in these streets. We got you. Like, we good. Like, you don't got to keep telling everybody you the boss. But moving on from that, you know, Unique sitting there with this dumbass grin on his face because he like, damn, you know, I'm back in the game. And, you know, Rock was clearly putting the pieces together, like saying that she feel like that whole situation with Warrell, the Italians, and Unique was a setup. So she's right. She's on the right track when it comes to that. Then she has a conversation with Marvin in the midst of all of this about Juke. She cursed his ass out, letting him know, like, he should have never put his hands on her. Like, their dad never put his hands on her. You know, you shouldn't be doing that. She's not a man. She's not a boy. She's a young lady, you know. And then, you know, she told him, like, hey, Kenya's back around, you know. That pissed Marvin off immediately because he feel like, how you gonna come back after 16 years thinking you about to blow out some damn Christmas, some birthday candles for her, and you done missed her whole life. She kind of is who she is. And I wonder how that's going to play out when she finds out that Juke prefers females. Because, you know, Kenya is in the church. Now, if you know anything about the Bible, you know how they feel about lesbians and homosexuality or anything of that nature. So I just want to see if that's going to be their divide. And I feel like, for my prediction, I feel like that's going to be their divide later on. What I also predict happening is that Famous is a liability. And I feel like Kanan is going to be forced to knock off his own best friend just because he can get them both into a lot of trouble. He's too loud. He's low-key an imbecile. And just like Kanan dad Malcolm said, he's a clown. You know what I'm saying? He's not somebody that you want to have around when you're trying to conduct real business because he's sloppy. He's not really a street boy. He's not really trying to be a part of that life. He just running with Kanan because that's his man. So, you know, just think about what I said, and we're going to see how the rest of this season play out. But after they had that conversation about Kenya, you know, Marvin goes over there. He go talk to he did try to talk to Juke. Now, Juke is the queen of ignoring. She be acting like Marvin not even talking to her. She just be looking at him like, you know, I'm surprised she even like turned around when he called her name. But, you know, he was just saying he wanted to catch up with her. She was like, good night, Kenya. Like, she ain't even acknowledge that nigga. But he go talk to Kenya. You know, they have a few words, nothing that I feel like was significant, but he just feel like, how you going to sit here and try to come back after all this time, and you should have just stayed gone because now you basically complicating things more, and you getting in between the relationship that I'm trying to build back up with my daughter, sitting here acting like you going to be her pearly gates. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be all of the answers that she need, and you know that you really not. That's basically that's the long of what he was saying, but he said it in a shorter way. So you got that dynamic going on. Now let's get to the main goddamn event of the episode, baby. Okay? Now, Rock is talking to Lulu about, like, you know, the business, what they going to be doing. And he was, like, letting her know, like, I told you, I'm not, you know, basically swinging his bat. Basically, it sounds like he's saying he don't want to kill nobody no more. And she feel like him saying that is him saying he don't want to be part of the business no more. You know what I'm saying? And then she started asking him about the gun jamming. Like, was it on purpose? Was it a mistake? What really happened? You know, he told her maybe it was in his subconscious mind that he just didn't want to, you know, shoot or do it or whatever. So then she's saying maybe it's my subconscious or my conscious mind that saying, letting me know that I gotta accept that you don't want to be down no more. Then she let the little tidbit slip to him, not accidentally, but accidentally on purpose, about Crown coming to her. And now this done infuriated Lulu, okay? You do not want to fuck with a sleeping bear. Do not poke the goddamn bear because, nigga, you already was fucking this bitch. You already, you know, trying to fuck shit up with Ziza. You already got Jukebox mad at him. And now, nigga, you going behind my back talking to my sis? Talk to my family? Oh, no. It's over for you. So, soon as Lulu goes into the studio, you can already tell that it's an eerie situation. You know how they about to set up the kill. You know what I'm saying? Now, I ain't gonna lie. I thought he was going to just shoot him. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, Crown in there thinking shit sweet. He's sitting there putting his own records back up, you know, in the spots that he like them. He just in there thinking, you know, he got his studio back. He ain't got to worry about Lulu. Bullshit. So Lulu pulls up on him like, you know, I could forgive you about the Jessica shit because I ain't about to let bitches get involved with business. You feel me? And I'm be honest with you, as a bitch, ain't nothing more important than money besides your kids. And I'm just put that out there, let you know I understand what he's saying. Business will always be first. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like Rock learned in this episode, you gotta grin and bear it, even in the streets. Like, she don't want to be working with Unique. That nigga's a op. But at the same time, in order for her to get her foot into Jersey, she gotta do what she gotta do. You gotta do that in real life. You know what I'm saying? In real life, you gotta grin and bear it. You gotta maybe schmooze with people that you wouldn't normally schmooze with or deal with or necessarily fuck with. If you trying to get to, if they're standing in between you and your goals, you have to do what you got to do. And I'm not saying kiss ass, but do something, lick it a little bit. You're going to have to do something. Like I said, Rock learned that. So Crown is getting crazy. He talking back. Motherfucker talking back to Lulu like, yeah, you ain't nothing but Rock's baby brother. Like, just talking to him crazy. Like, shit's sweet out here. Like, he must have forgot that Lou is a real killer and Lou really is a street nigga at heart. He trying to change, but at heart, deep down in the crevices, he is always going to be a street nigga. So Crown had the nerve to turn his motherfucking back on Lou. Shh. Man, as soon as he turned the fuck back around, Lou punched him like he should have been knocked out. In real life, he would have been knocked out. But, for the cause and effect of the show, he lived to fight another day in that moment. Let's be clear. Only in that moment. He punched him back so far, he knocked him down on something, broke a glass. Then he picked up a cord or a belt. He picked up something. I thought he was ready to beat him with it. Like beat him to death. But no. As soon as I saw him pulling it out, I'm like, oh, yeah, this is about to be a strangulation, everyone. Get ready. Brace yourselves for a strangulation. That part didn't make me laugh. But what you see in Lou's eyes is that he want to be out of the light, but he's a killer. He is a killer. That will always be in him. He's saying he ain't swinging a bat, but Crown had it coming. It's like, you fucking my bitch. You talking to my sister. You fucking with my niece, man. Like, you trying to mess things up with this single getting played, making it look like I ain't getting shit done over here at the label, nigga. Man, now you play on my emotions, okay? Basically, now you play on my emotions. So, Lou had to let him know who the real gangster was. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't think they was gonna take Crown out this early. I thought maybe he was gonna live the at least fight to episode 10 of this season. But no, nigga, it's time to go. So I'm really interested in seeing next week's episode and, how him and Ziza get rid of the body. And, I really hope that it's not one of those things where we miss it, where, how they came back and we didn't get to see the conversation between Malcolm and his dad when he went to his house at one time. I hope they don't leave it like that. I want to see, how far Ziza is willing to go. I really, really want to see that. So I'm definitely, it was a great way to end the episode. You know what I mean? Because it's definitely going to have you on the edge of your seat. So I'm really excited. And when I looked at the previews of next week, it looked like Lou was out there getting his ass stretched. You know what I'm saying? Cartier, let him know, nigga, you need my help. I could protect you. So, now he about to have to kick it out for somebody else. And when I say kick it out, I'm talking about money. He going to probably have to grease Cartier palm for his protection. But what's so crazy about Cartier, he besides Marvin, he damn near working the whole damn family. He over here trying to do business with Rock over here with the fucking money laundering shit. Then he over here trying to do business with Lou, with Ziza, as well as his protection. He know how to get his palm greased. You know what I'm saying? He seems like he's a key player. He seems like he's very smart. And he just seems like he could do a lot. You know what I'm saying? His name clearly holds weight. You know what I mean? So I'm excited to see what's going to happen next week. Next week episode, like I said, it seemed like Kanan getting his hands a little more dirty. And he tired of people taking him for a sucker. He's ready to be, the Kanan that we know from Power. You know what I'm saying? He done being squeamish. You remember when... I think that was season 1 when the place had got robbed and this nigga done threw up and whatnot. Well, that might have been season 2. Sometimes they all run together, but that's neither here nor there. It was a very, very good episode. I give this episode a 9.5. A 9.5. The only reason I give it a 9.5 is because I feel like, they're not leaving Juke out, but she just doesn't seem like she's that important right now. Oh, before I forget, I done forgot to talk about the person that's getting on my nerves the worst right now. Detective Burke. Now, mark my goddamn words. She's going to end up getting killed because, bitch, you keep asking questions. Malcolm is supposed to be your partner. What did your dad say? Your dad already gave you good advice. He said, trust him, don't ask no questions. Basically, you know what I'm saying, do your thing. You want to be sitting here playing detective. I mean, you are a detective, but you playing detective against your own partner. That's always going to be bad for business. You think you about to stick your nose in the wrong business, and then your ass is going to be fucking in a ditch somewhere. I'm telling you, Detective Burke, you getting on my nerves. You keep sniffing around. You keep smelling. You sitting here following Malcolm. What's up with you? And when he, and you gotta remember, Malcolm's also a cop, and he used to be undercover. And if you think he don't know how to hide a body or make it look like it was a mistake, bitch, please. So, Detective Burke, good luck to you, because you're gonna keep playing around. And mark my words, you playing with the wrong damn family, and that's on both sides, on the cop side and the street side. So you need to stop playing around. I hope you guys like my review. Hit that like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell, yeah. And yeah, leave a comment, share if you care. And I'll see you guys in the next video.